Welcome to Strategic Darshan. Today's topic of analysis is America's parting gift to Taliban: huge quantity of arms, ammunition, and military equipments. How, why, and how much? On this, we have with us Major General K.K. Sinha.
Ma'am, your question with the whole world is now, asking this, that, America has given a parting gift to Taliban, a huge quantity of arm, ammunition, military equipments, warlike stores, and how they have given it, why they have given it, and how much it has gone to the Taliban, and how they are going to use it, and what are the possibility. Coming to the first key, how it's happened, for which we have to understand that, how it's happened when the, Americans were started talking to Taliban. Probably it started after 2014 when they have decided not to have the ground operations. They left it to the Afghan National Army, and they were only giving the air support from different places. Probably they made it a mind during that time, or even before, that I think 2013, 2011 is the time when they have killed Osama bin Laden, and that was the right time to leave. But somehow, that time Obama was there, and, and Joe Biden was his vice. And they were of the view that they should leave, but they have not taken a decision. They would have left, the thing would have been different. But once they decided, that leave, and I think 2016 we can take it. They stopped carrying out the operations, the Americans and the NATO forces on the ground, but it became amply clear that, and it is the game played by, in the Pakistan, that, Pakistan, took the in confidence, the Americans, that, you should, install the Taliban in the governance, in taking over the Afghanistan along with the other forces which the Americans had tried to set up over a period of time. And there the Americans came into, a trap. And if you remember, when the Americans were fighting the Taliban, the Taliban complete leadership had, come to the Pakistan, and that is what is known as Quetta Sera, which the Pakistan has, have been saying that they have not recognized it. And that's why, Mullah Baradar, who was one of the deputy of Amir, everyone knows about Akanjada, he was put in the jail for 8 years, 2010, before Osama bin Laden was killed. He was, he was put in the jail, and he remained for 8 years and left in 2018. American wanted, that, they should become more, better player, because the Pakistan, they are hesitant also, and that's why they opened a channel with UAE and Qatar, and taken it to the, Middle East area. And the Qatar came into being, and Doha, when the Doha happened, and they have given the Taliban the political recognition that, you can open an office. I think that was writing in the wall that the Taliban is coming back in whatever the form. The Taliban, who were the terrorists from which they have gone, along with Al Qaeda, and they were wanted to defeat, but they have accepted that the Taliban has changed, the narrative started, they have become civilized, they have seen over a period of time the development, and they will mend the ways so that, the world should give a chance to these people, and they should come in power. Initially, but all there, they will be also joining in the governance of, Afghanistan, along with, other setup which the proxy of Americans. But, lot of talks in between. Other countries also jumped in. Iran, Russia, China, Pakistan was there. They also started engaging Taliban. The Afghan National Army, which was in a dilemma, they thought the Taliban is going to come, and it's amply clear. And what happened? American left everything to support on ground to carry out operations to the Afghan National Army. And worst thing, or the last nail they have put it, when in 2020, even the present that time government, Ashraf Ghani's government, without their without, even they were registering for it, they brought the their interlocutor Khalijad, and played this game. In this game, he was the main. He went around and have given the face to Taliban. No, he is nowhere. Where he's hiding, I do not know. And 29th of February 2020, Donald Trump's time, he signed a peace accord with Taliban on behalf of American. He signed it, and of course, Mullah Brother signed it from Taliban side. Ashraf Ghani's government was not invited. So the Afghan National Army, which actually Americans thought in their strategic plan in Afghanistan, divide and defeat the Taliban or other factions, Al Qaeda, ISIS, everyone, they will fight with each other, and the Pakistan and the National Army, a strong, modernized, well trained, both army and the air force will take on this and they will defeat. Now this strategy changed, and the same army which was raised, and the official figure of this army is 192,000 only, and as on ground, as on today, as on 15th of August, on ground 180,000. But Afghan army which was raised is a ghost army, a ghost battalion. See, the UN report is not my report. Carry out the research, you'll find that UN report says that there were a lot of fault lines. First thing, 90% was illiterate. They were from different clan, what is there, from different provinces. 50 to 75% of Afghan National Army, Air Force, and the security forces were drug addicts. It was on paper. It was the game was played because there was military contractors, and these are all military contractors have come from the United States of America. Either there are previous soldiers, Marines, and the people who are there is the game they have played. Huge amount of allocation of money, state of our weapon, that is come. But the structure of this army initially, it was a conscript army, and they were fighting for, initially there are terms of engagement of 5 years. 4 years they used to get some money. I think the maximum they got $200 odd a month. That was the maximum money, not very much money. And the same time they were not even getting that much of money, and a lot of things on paper, and a lot of corruptions, and there was nothing happening. They were selling these arms, explosive ammunitions, which they were getting into that, and they used to serve for 5 years. The last 1 year run away with the weapon, lot of desertion. So willy-nilly, when we say the ghost army and the ghost battalion and ghost soldiers, you can count about 50%. Out of that, most of them are drug addicts, and they're illiterate, do not know how to fight a modern warfare, 5th generation, 6th generation, which Americans were trying to tell it, not the guerrilla warfare with the Taliban. This is a battle of guerrillas. What they were been thrown, how to have a high-tech weapon with high-tech equipment. I think this was the biggest, and Americans were knowing about it. All commanders were aware of it. There were a lot of reports was coming, but they ignored all these things. And when they decided to leave, they laid down, and again there is a game of contractors, money allocations. They wanted to push it. Last 4-5 months, high-tech weapon system, aircraft, this Black Hawk, what we're talking about, everyone is talking, your drones, they were put in a brand new Humpy. I think, we will see the list when we come to know. And when they signed it, they thought, Taliban are coming. Why should the Afghan army will fight? And they were thinking after some time they are going to bosses, because Donald Trump announced the date in the month of May that they are leaving. They were knowing that they are coming in the way, and why should they fight and get an immunity? The second thing is, when Ashraf Ghani was saying no release of prisoners of Taliban, 5,000 from Bargam prison jail, and the garb of what? 1,000 Afghan national soldiers who have been captured by this Taliban in exchange, but they were all ghosts. this capturing was also a ghost. And they did it and dreaded when the Taliban's, this terrorist came out. I think the Afghan army decided, armed forces decided, the game is up. Taliban is here. They ever knew that the Taliban is coming, but a wrong narrative. They will never able to do it. Initially, though they were saying, no. They will, they have got high tech things, and no one will able to come. This is the perception, and this is a false perception, which is clearly, which has come out. There is now the telephone conversation is there between Joe Biden and Ashraf Ghani, which has come out. He is telling him the world, you should give a wrong picture. The world requires to have a different picture. 6 months falling, 90 days falling in bloody, not even in 2 weeks time, and just a cakewalk. It is a coup which is stage managed, where everything was compromised. The American contractors has left much before the American troops, much before any civilians. They were the price assets. They were all taken. And on 1st of July or 2nd of July, when the Bagram airfield, the Americans, without informing the NATO allies, without telling anyone, not even a phone call, not even an email, they just picked up thing in Jeffrey, left absolutely intact. Bagram Air Base, one of the strongest base, everything. So we must see now quickly which all places they had the basis, to understand how much the things have given and how it has been done, where the Americans have the basis. That I am talking about in January to say July, August, of 2021, and where the Afghan National Army, probably 7 corps of them, where they were located, where were the bases, and how this looting has been done, in which all places. One more point that when they talk about especially Americans and it's coming, is that 3 lakh troops, 3.5 lakh troops, they include 1,50,000 those policemen and also the paramilitary. Those are all again corrupt, absolutely untrained people, corruption. Mind you, in the Afghan National Army, out of that 1,80,000, 1,000, more than America has got generals. Generals 1,000. It is a joke. Some are marshals, some are 5-star generals. And it is all bhai bandi. It is called in Hindi bhai bandi, favoritism. They did it. 1,000 children in Indian Army, which is a very strong army. There is no comparison. 12 lakhs odd forces. You do not have more than 200 to 250 generals at any time. You have to really. This is the way it has been done. Let's quickly see the basis. Quickly, we'll see the on the map of Afghanistan, the American bases and the Afghan National Army bases, which was basically from January 2021, and it remained till last. We'll quickly see through the red marking which is there, especially in the Parwan area. Bagram Air Base is the biggest American base which was there. It is like a city, and huge concentration of arm, ammunition, everything. It is like a city, well fortified, very well stocked for everything, reserves, everything was in Parwan. And the way the Americans, on the 2nd of July, the whole world has seen, without informing anyone, not even the NATO allies, they have not even given a phone call, no early information, no email, without anything, they have left Bagram airfield. I do not know on what terms. It looks like, it is a connivance with the Taliban. They have left this place. In Kabul, we have seen an international airport in that area of technical area. They have got a base, and in Kabul also there was one of the corps of Afghan National Army. In Patika province also they have got one, that is their core located. In Kandahar province in down south, when we see major concentration of forces here, basically this is the area because the Taliban is very active in these three provinces, because of the clans, Pashtun area in this area, Kandahar air base of Americans, and also a core of Afghan National Army. In Helmand and Lasgargah, a lot of things came when the fighting has been absolutely fierce in Lasgargah. Lasgargah had two American bases, Camp David Marine Base and Camp Leatherneck Marine Base. Two bases, and also they had Afghan National Army Corps one located here. In Nimroj, the Delara Marine Base of Americans. In Herat, next to basically the route which is going to Iran from Trum, is the Sinhad Air Base of Americans, and also Afghan National Army Corps was located over there. Majar-e-Sharif, here also fierce fighting has taken place, where both Americans had a base in the air base, and also the National Army had a corps located here. Kunduz had one base. Wherever Americans have been shown here, there used to be a heavy presence of National Army, but they were kept at bay because they were the feeling that they used to give information to Taliban before if anything is out from there. I have already touched how and how much, and why. How much we'll quickly see on this, in the list which has come out. And, why, one more thing which I want to add it is, this angles of, ISIS, Khorasan has come, which the Americans are saying with the help of Taliban, they will, knock it off, they will destroy, they will search and destroy. This is what the statement are coming from, the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden. And the concept which they have made it, which has also been discussed into the strategic circle, which the Americans are not showing, but, they are saying above the horizon corridor. See, they want to have this, their base which is coming especially in the Qatar, UAE area, and in the Gulf area. They are bringing their fleet, and from there they will fight these high precision drones, Hellfire missile which will not have a collateral. This is what their claims are, drones, Raptor drones, which is absolutely, and the control is there in California, United States of America, where they real time they destroy the and they have able to do it. They have done it to General Qasem Soleimani, which we have seen in Iraq, the top general of Iran. They have able to do it. So and they have also done it the day I think 26 or 27 when this suicide attack took place in Kabul International Airport during the evacuation. That is the day they fired. They said that they in the area of Nangarhar, they have destroyed and taken the revenge. This is, they are saying, they have fired also to those the tubes which has been shown into Kabul itself, which was, and the vehicles which are coming with the explosive, they have hit that. So they have shown this capability they have got, and probably this is what they are talking about, not the boots on ground, not actions on ground, but Taliban probably giving the information, Taliban carrying out the dirty work on behalf of United States of America. Probably they will be able to do it. Let's see now quickly the list. Quickly see the American parting gift to Taliban's armed ammunition and military equipment. It has been compiled, worth $85 billion. There are a lot of literatures are coming now, a lot of papers are coming out, and everyone is refuting, no, not $85. That we leave it to that, the judge. But the list which is in the public domain, which is coming out, 3.5 lakh rifle, different type, 20,000 M16 rifle, 64 machine guns, different types, 25,000 grade launchers, 22,000 Humvee all-terrain vehicle, this is and this list is from probably, I think, the UN best list, which has come out from 2013 to say 17, and thereafter also been added. These are the new additions. They've been saying 43 helicopters, 33 aircrafts, and 33 Black Hawk, 23 light aircraft, 32 M17 helicopter. The Russians, 3 C-130 Hercules aircraft, tank, ICV, long guns, long range guns, artillery, huge quantity of ammunition, state-of-the-art protective body armor, night vision device, and military equipment of a high quality. Let's quickly see top 10 high-end weapon systems. Super Tucano, Black Hawk. This is ScanEagle, make a drone. It is a rotorcraft, light. Then this is mine protected vehicle, and that's an all terrain vehicle, mine protected. And this is Humpy. They are the famous Humpy. Each Humpy costing $220,000 per dollar per vehicle, and 4,700 are brand new. But the list is 22,000 maybe from the beginning when they were getting it. A sniper weapon system. And this is for the tank and single shot rifle. This is the anti-material rifle for tanks, light ICVs, and the personnel. And this is multi-firing system, state of art. No one has got. It has got flashlight, shotgun, night vision, laser grenade launcher. See, this they have got. And this is high explosive grenade. We have seen, it is not a list which is exhaustive, but some of the things now the same thing you are seeing, the parading in Kandahar, the way, in their victory parade, they are putting all those things. It looks like, it's called elephant walk or whatever the walk you say, in the Black Hawk also going there. So I leave it to that, the whole world see, and I think everyone. So when when you talked about now what, it can remain in with the Taliban or the government which is forming, and they will raise the army. It's good if that happens, restricted to them. It may, it will certainly go to Pakistan. It will, because this is again a history, because what they did it with the Russian equipment, it all went to the Pakistan. Through that, these state-of-art equipment will go to China for replication, and it can also fall. That is our worry. Especially small arm, night vision, body armor, with the more than 20 odd terrorist group which is functioning over there. It might go to them, may even go to the Al Qaeda. It can go to that ISIS Khorasan, and they can loot to it. They will take it by force, or it can be given to them. So it is a very, very dangerous, and I leave it to the ingenuity of your viewers to analyze themselves how dangerous it is.